The Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles and the Nevada Office of Traffic Safety present Getting Your Instruction Permit and Driver's License.
Hello, my name is Jennifer, and I'm a drive examiner for the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles. The video you're about to watch will explain what you have to do to get a Nevada instruction permit and a Nevada driver's license. The first step to a driver's license is your instruction permit. If you are at least 15 and a half years old, you can apply for an instruction permit at any full-service DMV office. We'll talk about that in a moment, but first, let's hit the books.
An important first step in learning to drive actually takes place outside the DMV. Nevada teenagers have to complete a 30-hour driver education class if there's a class offered within 30 miles of their home. You can take driver's ed at age 15. Classes are offered by most Nevada school districts and by private driving schools. Driver's ed is not required to obtain an instruction permit, but it is required for your full license. See our website at dmvnv.com for details and a list of licensed private driving schools in your area. Now it's time to get your permit. Because businesses and law enforcement depend upon a driver's license to establish identification, you will need to prove who you are when you apply for your permit. You will have to show proof of your name, date of birth, and social security number before the DMV will issue you an instruction permit. If you have a valid Nevada ID card, that's all you'll need. If not, you'll need a state-certified copy of your birth certificate. A certified birth certificate will have a state seal or stamp on it. We won't accept hospital birth certificates because they're not official records. There are other documents the DMV will accept as proof of your name and date of birth. Check our website at dmvnv.com for a complete list. Your Social Security card, military identification, Social Security benefits documentation, or state identification with the number listed will work as proof of your Social Security number. If you don't have a Social Security number, you must fill out a form stating you have never been issued one. If you have an ID card or an instruction permit from another state, you must surrender this to obtain a Nevada permit. But you must also provide the other proof of identity we just talked about.
I know it's complicated, but once you've established your name, date of birth, and social security number with the DMV, you've accomplished the first big step. You can get all the details on the Nevada DMV's website at dmvnv.com. Avoid the hassle by making sure you show up at the DMV with the proper documents you need in order to obtain your instruction permit.
Finally, unless you're over 18, you will need a parent or legal guardian to sign a form agreeing to take full legal responsibility for your actions while driving. And until you're 18, that parent or legal guardian can cancel your permit or license at any time for any reason. If that happens, you'll have to reapply and be retested.
When you've completed your application, we will test your vision. You're tested on your ability to see clearly at a distance of 40 feet. If you need to wear glasses or contact lenses to pass the test, that will be noted on your instruction permit, and you must wear glasses or contact lenses anytime you drive.
After the vision test is the written test. It's multiple choice and covers road signs, sharing the road, penalties, rules of the road, and safe driving practices. It also covers DUI and insurance laws. There are 50 questions and you must get at least 40 of them right, or 80%, to pass. If you've studied the driver's handbook issued by the DMV, you should have no trouble passing the test. The handbook can be downloaded at dmvnv.com or you can pick up a copy at any DMV office. When you've passed the test, you'll be issued an instruction permit. You must carry it with you whenever you drive. Your permit is good for 1 year. If it expires, you will have to reapply and have your parent or guardian sign for you again. If you apply more than 30 days after your permit expires, you'll have to take the written test again. You must have your instruction permit for at least 6 months before you can apply for a driver's license. That means 6 months without causing a vehicle accident, being convicted of a moving violation, or a crime involving alcohol or a controlled substance. Should that happen while you have your instruction permit, you're going to have to keep that permit for another 6 months following the accident or conviction. You need 6 months of safe driving before you can apply for a license.
While driving with an instruction permit, you must have someone who is at least 21 years old with at least 1 year of driving experience sitting in the seat next to you at all times. You are not allowed to drive by yourself with an instruction permit. What an instruction permit allows you to do is practice the skills and gain the experience necessary in order to pass the behind-the-wheel drive test and get your driver's license. It's a simple fact that beginning drivers of any age are much more likely to be involved in an accident. There is no substitute for experience behind the wheel. Nevada requires you to obtain 50 hours of supervised experience behind the wheel and to keep a written log of the dates and times of this training. If you live in a rural area where driver's education isn't available, you must complete 100 hours of driving experience. We challenge you and your parents to make this time count. The Department of Motor Vehicles has a printed logbook that lists the driving skills you need to learn along with the instructions on how to do them. Get this when you get your permit or download it at dmvnv.com.
It all comes together when you're ready to take the driving skills test to receive your full license. The most important point is, are you ready? Talk it over with your parents and maybe take a final test drive. Have you completed driver's ed? Have you gained some good experience behind the wheel? Will you be comfortable driving alone? When you feel you're ready, you'll need to make sure you meet the legal requirements to take that all-important test. You must be 16 years old and have held your instruction permit for at least 6 months. You also have to have a clean driving record for the 6 months prior to the test. That means no accidents that were your fault and no convictions on moving violations or alcohol or drug offenses. If you're under 18, Nevada law requires you to present the beginning driver experience log documenting the 50 or 100 hours you spent behind the wheel. 10 hours have to be driving at night. You can download a logbook at dmvnv.com or pick up a log sheet at any DMV office. You must use this official DMV form. You will also need to present your driver's education completion certificate if required, and don't forget your instruction permit. The first thing your drive examiner will do is check the vehicle's safety equipment to make sure everything is working. The examiner will walk around the vehicle and ask you to test all of the lights, the turn signals, horn, and windshield wipers. We'll make sure you have seat belts, rear view and side mirrors, and that your speedometer is working properly. If you're driving an automatic transmission, both hands should be on the wheel. If you're driving a manual transmission, you will be evaluated on how smoothly you shift gears.